fallen. Now before I start a new piece, there are two components that I have to make sure that I'm aware of. One are the notes on the page and where they line up on the piano. Then the other is the rhythm. I always scan the piece to see if there are eighth notes, because when there are eighth notes, we have to make sure that we don't take our quarter notes too fast, or if our eighth notes are kind of on the slow side, our quarter notes went too fast. So in this piece, there are eighth notes, and when we get to the part where they are, we have to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But obviously when you're first learning a song, it's hard to play notes quite that quickly. So we have to make sure, if we're gonna play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, that our counting at the beginning is the same tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now I'll show you what I mean. Put my phone in the holder here, and we're gonna give you a little bit bigger view there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I was looking at my phone and not the music. It does go A, C, C, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then when we get to the eighth notes here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is my favorite part. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm going to stop there. If you want your song to go faster, then you have to make sure you're really prepped with these scales. And because then you would want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That scale. So the song does say brooding. It's probably worth looking that up in the dictionary to get a few describing words or synonyms so we know what that brooding means and we can really make this song sound brooding. And if I think of the word fallen, like maybe you had achieved something, but then it was stripped away from you and you were fallen. Or maybe you were, let's think of like the military or something, like a captain, and you did something wrong or made a mistake, and then they took your position away from you, so you were like fallen. Or there are other descriptions for the word fallen, but usually it doesn't make someone happy. And I think that's why the mood here is brooding, and it's not necessarily going to be an exciting race here. I think there's going to be some disappointment in this song. So the goal for this piece is not necessarily to be the fastest thing that we've ever played. but to be expressive in the title and the style and the mood that the composer has set, and then making sure that our quarter notes are twice as long as these eighth notes, and holding our tied notes for the right amount, and even our half notes. So sometimes it's like the temptation of driving a car and we have a red light coming and we want to blow through that yellow light to make it through the intersection. We're going to make sure that we aren't going to take any shortcuts and blow through the intersections when we have these held notes. Make sure you're holding them the complete amount of time. It really does make a difference in how the song feels. And then finding the correct tempo. I did notice that your scale fingering seemed excellent. And so we have correct notes. We just have to pay attention to our tempo and then our rhythm, making sure that we have slower and faster with our eighth notes.